Welcome to Crypto Space Junk. So I'm going to continue with this price prediction series that I'm doing. Someone's asked me why use Fibonacci. Fibonacci is the natural sequence or natural mathematics. So it measures human emotion. So this is why I use it. And also it can be found in nature, measure where a branch will grow, where fruit will grow, things like that. It appears everywhere, and in trading you can use it to measure mathematics. Now I'm not going into any more detail than that, but that's why it's used. Now, so today I'm going to look at DOT, and I said I would show an example, probably on a lower time frame, of where the Fibonacci goes by doing the time rewind and what you'd be looking at when you can't see the candles in front. Now, I'll get straight into the price. I will go for the price prediction of Polkadot. So just going off the monthly, for the long term look to at least Q3 or Q3, is it known? I'm going to be looking at the $70 range, $68, $70 range. On the 272 extension. Now, I've gone with this one because on the previous leg, if I remove this now, that's where we're going. I think it's still consolidating, and we'll probably test this 886 again. See, it's tested, and it's coming back down to test it again. But it is a Friday, so normally the charts look pretty negative, and Saturday and Sunday are like best times to buy if you're looking again, and people take the profits on a Friday. But I'm not going into that. So if I take the previous measure, we see the extension was the 10%. Now, I think we'll go up to the next one, or 382, as you can see there. Around this area here, up to $70, and I see the $70 price range there is why I'll be targeting that. Go off the last marker here, from the high to the low. See, it sort of lines up with this $70 area, and usually find when it's fixed solid numbers like 70, 100, things like that, you start getting people building sell wars around there. It's easy numbers, so that's why I look to the fib and look to the rounded up number near there. So long term, so you're looking to what, September, probably $68, $74. We could go higher, but that's sort of range we're looking at. And I think we'll touch this 886 again. And that, if you started buying then, is 340%. So a lot of money. So we'll go down to the weekly. Pretty much no change on my prediction from the monthly on the weekly. Maybe you could go the opposing leg on the weekly here, and looking for an opposing price. Get selling around the 618, and then you'll get a pullback, and then on to the 68. So you'll be coming in the region of $40, pullback, then we'll head to the $70 region. You'll also get resistance around here on its previous high of $54, $5 even. You see, it's a solid number. So for instance, we come down, so we're looking probably April time, April, May. The way you could front run this one is in your mind that we hit the $40, then we come back. And where do we come back to? $25 region, 618. If we go super bullish, maybe we might only come down to the 50. You'd take profit, but if you're taking profit 618 area, you definitely would be looking at a 50, 618 area and start layering in. Even put buy orders around the $20. So that's the weekly. Look at the daily. Now, like I said before, it's coming down to the 886. You see buyers coming in around 786. I think we might even go as low as the $16 here. Now, you take the opposing leg. Then we start selling off in the region of the 50 and 618. Go down, we pull back to the 50, 618, selling starts to come back. And it looks like we're probably doing a sort of an S here, an S curve, bearish S curve, and then hopefully continue up. We break below here, then it'll be a bearish outlook. But I would do a price prediction where to pick up. At the moment, I'm still going to go with the bullish bias here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go lower than this because I think we're still negative. Actually, I will do see where 8 hour where we're looking at. See the RSI still not settled yet. Still not going flat. So again, $16 region, $17, $16 region. It'd be a great price to start picking up. There's rectangle here. Yeah, so picking up in this region would be pretty good. Pretty good price. You might want to wait for candlestick confirmation, hammer patterns, high wave candles. Even go for inside bars as well, outside bars. Sort of an indecisive candles in that region would be a good place to start picking up as well if you wanted extra confirmation and the RSI being flat. Now, I haven't got Bollinger Bands on there. Not really much help at the moment, even though they're showing inside bar, outside bar, inside bar. They're showing indecision there. So we could reverse on this price here. It's still 7 hours for this candle to break down or hold. So where we are there, I'm not going to go lower than the 8 hours. So it doesn't matter what time frame you're on. The fib levels always play out, even if you're on a 3-minute candle where each candle's 3 minutes, or if each candle's 15 minutes, it always plays out. And I'm just going to show you an example of that. And I'm just going to back it off to here. And I tell you what I'll do. I'll go to a day chart. A weekly chart. Trying to get it where we go up and straight up. Rewind. That's a bit too high time frame, I think. Go lower. 1 hour. We can see the moves repeating, so go here, random place. On this hourly, so what I'll do is look where I can measure it. You can measure the opposing leg, but on here we've already broke through the opposing leg. So what I would do is have a look for a target. So if I just came up to the chart and it was like this, I'd be looking where I think we will go. And measure that now. From the low to the high. So if you look to the left, because we have got some structure here, there's a lot of candles around here. We could see some resistance at the 38. $618 extension. So what we'll do, we can see the candles as a sign on these fibs. You'll see either resistance coming in or we'll start to pull back. Let me do it so you can see it clearly. Don't want this video to go on too long either. Right, so I'm going to click play, so we'll just see what happens. Not expecting that one. So you can see we hit the 38% extension, and we found a bit of selling resistance there. Now that's the 50. Now we're selling off the 50. We're breaking lower, so we could see just the retracement of this big long candle here, because it is very big. So you could look, well, where am I going to load back up? Well, you could actually just do this candle in itself. It's going to be hard for you to see actually on here. Think, you know what? I'm going to start rebuying at 21. And you could just play that one candle there, that 1 hour candle. If you think we're going to come back and go up with it within a short time frame, maybe a 4 hour chart. See what happens. Let me remove this. Actually, I'll leave it on. Hopefully it's not too cluttered. Zoom in. Yeah. So on the 38%, buyers coming in. Continue to break down. On the 50, now we've got a high wave candle there, indecision. And I think we'll probably get a continuation. No, we're not. We've come down and you see, we've hit the 618. I think we might go 786 here. No, we've gone further. 886 came into play, and then as you can see, all the people using the Fibonacci's were all waiting here. They kicked in. All the robots using the algorithms and stuff like that, all kicked in. And you can see even just buying from there up to here, it's 2%. If they were margin trading it, that's quite big, because you know, on 10 times that's 20%. So this is exactly the same on a long-term chart. So it doesn't matter if you're not using leverage. if you're playing your bag holding at certain levels, like 618, but this is, just imagine this could be a monthly chart and the same things just happened. It's fractal. Right, let me go on to the next one. So let's continue on.
Playing from desktop LSQB78U.
Don't know what happened there, but so the price is holding, and we're going to continue up. Now, we remove some of these, otherwise it's going to be too much for you to see. But they're all in play at the moment. Now, you see you've got this candle selling off here. That's because people would have been playing the opposing leg. $618, sellers are coming. People would have made massive profits there, depending if they're doing leverage trading, not all just buying the spot value. You see, there's lots of us betting, as you could say, on the sides here that move the price. 618, and then we've rolled over. Comes back up. So you probably think, why has it come back up there? Now, there are people playing this leg. And that was the 50 retracement of the opposing leg to the one we're going on. So people are always against each other, and this is where the price goes, or people would have sold up there to buy lower. Now this 50 holding, come down now. We're testing 618 again. See, buying on the 618. I know there's quite a lot looking on the screen if you're not used to this, but you saw the 618. It's touched it twice now. So this would have been set before this consolidation was even there. They would have put buy orders there and buy orders there, and when it came down, it picked up more. Not all of their orders got filled there. You can see the price between the 618 here and the 618 there. And one of them will break down, it'll probably roll over. Bang, straight through. $786 kicked in there. You see the Fibonacci there? 786. Opposing. And now, when it's broke for that A86, it's just going to keep running. 1-to-1. Now it's broke that previous high. Pulled back. And now it's going to continue to go. So this fib is done with now. And we're still on this run. Here, this one. Now, you can see where the algorithms come in and where people buy orders, sell orders, and you see the reactions on the lines. This is why I'm showing you this. So on a monthly chart, when I'm seeing the long-term run, this is how I'm doing it. If this makes sense, please comment below if you think I can explain this any better, and I'll try to again. Otherwise, I'll send you to someone who really does explain this really clear. If you have any questions, just please comment. I don't want this video to go on too long. We're on 19 minutes. I'm just trying to show you these fibs as we go up as well. So we've hit this new all-time high, new all-time high. but it's struggling. But now we're breaking through. You see all the selling resistance here. Because people who would have bought down here, you look at that 7%, times it by 10, that's 70%. Times it by 100, 700%. People are making all different types, so that's why you get these selling. We're just sitting on this all-time high, and then we start rolling over. And then we go back up. You see, if you're on a higher time frame now, you will see the indecision candles going on. And then you're going out to a bigger picture, you see this hammer here. I mean, they look very bullish, but it's still very undecided. I mean, that's an inside bar, and I'll bring that up now. So you've got all these outside bars inside. This is indecision, and then you've got the Nirvana pattern just come in here, which means it's getting very volatile, and it should break one way. Go back to the hour chart. Well, actually, at the daily before. Yeah, the daily. See that massive? That's a massive indecision candle here. So it's like a little battle going on in each candle, no matter what time frame you're in. So if you go down a time frame, the same things are happening within the candle. The same Fibonacci's are playing out over the time. So go to 1 hour again. Now, you see this indecision going on here. Now, it should explode to the upside or the downside. Becoming very volatile. No clear winner yet. See these hammers coming in. You see, that's a fib within itself here. If you're in a 15-minute time frame, you'd probably see it clearer, but my eyes are adjusted to this. So I just see fibs within fibs within fibs. So you see here, buyers come in, comes back 50%. Okay, so people are doing individual candles as well. See how the 50 is holding now? Bang, now we're about to explode out. Then we get another indecision candle. But if I can hide this one, I'm going to have to remove it. I'm just playing off this candle here now. See this? 27% retracement. It sells off straight away. Now, because I removed the other one, the other fib, it's going to be harder to see where I was going with that. But I was playing to the extension. But as you can see, these fibs are happening all the time. Hits the 27, but breaks through this one. Now this, could you be looking, well, where can I buy the pullback here? If I remove this. So you've got a low, clear low here. You've got a high there. Where's this going to pull back to? You can just come up and measure it. Well, it's at the 618 and we never got a bounce. So we could be looking at 786, 886 are looking favourable here. See that? 786, bang, and it's straight back up. Now, because it went up like that, we'll probably try and come and test it again. And here we do. Come down. If you put buy orders just in between here, you would have been loaded up there. See? Bang. 786 again. Buy's still coming in. Now, I won't be surprised if we see the 886 here. So 786 again. And we've got the 886. See? Hit the 886, bounce right off it. Again, loaded up again. So it keeps loading up at this 786. Sorry, the 886. And we broke through it. Now, in there, there'll be loads of fibs going off within there. So it'd be interesting if the opposing leg comes in here. So I get the high and I get the low. Now see if we can start getting a lot of selling in this 618 area. Let's hit the 20-year May there. So sellers on the 382. Now we're coming back to the original 886 here. Again, see that 886, it's loaded up 1, 2, 3, 4 times on the 886. Big outside candle, Nirvana pattern, inside bars, a double inside bar there, and followed by an outside bar. Right, hit the 50 now. You see that red candle? Hit the 50. There was a sell wall here. Pushed it right down. And it's ignoring it. Is it? You can see that it's hit resistance. Now we're at the 50 again. Right, it's going to break through. No, it's returned. A lot of sellers still around this area. But I did call the 618. We're nearly there. And because the way TradingView works, you can just rewind and go back and do this all day, practicing, seeing what comes up. I mean, to me, what's noticeable here is this candle here. Inverted hammer. And I'm not surprised when we come up to this range again here, they're all ready to sell. This inverted hammer here would put me off buying in this area. I think we'll come lower. The way you could look at it there is that you take a measurement from here to there and see, well, 618. So it's probably going to go down to the 886, 786 here. But on the bigger fib, it's just loading up again at the same point where it's gone 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It's probably going to come down and load back up again, which would be the 1-to-1 line here, which was the previous 886. I know that line's not there, but I've had to remove it so it looks clear to you. If you remember, I said the 886 that kept loading up here. Now watch. 618's holding. 618 holds. Doesn't look back. So this fib here held. Which probably was the 618, that previous one. We're going up now. On that, we hit the 10% and reverse back. If I remove this, that's the opposing leg filled again, the 618. I'm going to have to remove this. There's too much on the screen. I know it's difficult to see. I'm trying to make it clear as I can. But you can see on this previous fib here, the orders are still there. We hit the 618 again. And look what happens. We get a sell. Because they were still lined off from this previous consolidation here. or the correction here on the price. And the orders are still sat there because no one's there looking at them. And they know they're going to come up again. Sold off at the 50. See if it sells off at 618. Now, if you also see we're making higher lows. Look here. Here. We're making higher highs. So this to me is very bullish. So what I would do is, you know what? I want to load in here. Well, where do I buy? So you just come and look at the chart. Where am I going to buy? Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at this fib here. Take it from the low to the high on this one. And I'm going to put a buy order in at 21.67. See what happens. Bang, I'm in a losing position. Broke straight through it. Now, you can say, well, the fib failed. Didn't know. Because the fib in play was the opposing leg right at the beginning. So I'll show you. And this fib here was a 618 because I called it, you remember? You see? Came down, came back up to the 618, and that was the price we blasted through. And that was the opposing leg. Even though I could see this, like you can see, trend line here. We're putting in higher lows. But you've always got to be concerned of the opposing leg. Now, with this inverted hammer here, that's kind of a scary hammer. Well, now I look at it. And if you were looking at this before, you think, well, this is trend line going to hold. You see it break through here. And I said I'm probably going to buy on the 786. I broke straight through. If I was in a leverage position, I would have had a stop loss. Probably here. But that's because I'd be aiming probably up here. So my target would have been probably in line with this structure, which we remove some of this more clutter. You know, I can't because then back up. So I said I was going to buy on a 786 if I was looking at this leg prior to that. Even though I called the 618, we were going to sell off. Now here we hit it at the 50. Came back, made it look bullish. Like a cup in handle as well, as they will call it. And then we just ignore that and sell straight off. So my stop loss is here at that 21.42. I'm buying at 21.67. Now I'm going to measure this. So I would have had a target at the 38%. Let's say 50%. 38, 50%. I would have started taking profits around here. At the 23. Now, and I've got to say 10 times leverage here, and I put $100 on. I bought here. And I hit my stop loss, broke through my stop loss here. I lost about 10%. I risked 10% to make 60%. And that's how you'd run it. You'll take losers. but you don't want to risk so much. So the risk to reward ratio was a hell of a lot better. And to measure the risk to reward here, there is a tool within TradingView. But I can tell you what that one, it was 6 times my money in compatible 60%, and I risked 10% of my money. So I haven't used these for a long time. So a long position. We get rid of this opposing leg to make it more readable. I know I'm going on a bit now. It's 35 minutes. Okay. So the risk to reward here. We'll buy in here. And we'll sell in here. Stop loss here. So the risk to reward was 5 times my money. And that's why I would have put the bet on. And I would have only lost 10%. And that's how you become profitable. You've got your risks, your reward has to way outweigh your risk. Otherwise, there's no point. And that's how you'll make a decision. Now, we're on 35 minutes. This is meant to be a Polkadot price prediction. And I just wanted to explain that. If you have any questions, please message me or comment below. I'm happy to answer them. I hope you got something out of this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll be back with another price prediction tomorrow.